Hey y'all, welcome back to Makeup with Allegra, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to pull your nails off. I'm joking, don't actually do this at home. I'm pretty sure that's gonna hurt, so don't do that. I'm gonna be showing you how to do the effect of taking your nail off. So as you can see, I have all the products out here lined up. Isn't it pretty? So we're just gonna go through all the products and all the things you will need for this. So over here we have some scar wax. Now you can use your homemade ones. If you guys remember my second episode into season 1, it was a long time ago, y'all. You can use your homemade or Ben Nye scar wax. And then we have fresh scab blood, my favorite blood to use, especially for this wound, so that way it keeps the nail that we're going to be using on, and you can just rip it off real easy. It'll give a really good effect. And then we have body paint. Now this is the Metron body paint, bruise palette. They call it bruise palette. Don't get mad at me for getting that wrong. So we have all the regular colors for bruises, but we're going to be using this today because it is my favorite, as y'all probably know. Then we're going to be using the Metron color set powder to set everything in place because we don't want any shiny fingers. Yeah. And then to make the actual acrylics, your nail, we're going to be using acrylic nails. Yeah, this stuff you can get dollar store, Walmart, wherever you want to go. But this is really good thing to use for this effect. We have let's see which way. We have like the large nail, the medium nail, and the small nail. So we have all the sizes here, which is incredible. And we're going to see which one fits my nail. But before we get to that, you will also be needing for this some nail clippers. These look very extreme, I know. Let's just say I couldn't find nail clippers and I don't know exactly what this is. But we're going to be using this to clip the nails and to make them go to the size of my actual nail, because essentially we're putting on acrylics. So just like when you go to the nail salon, hey, I want acrylics, and you go get acrylics, this is kind of like that, but it's not going to be staying on forever. And then we have nail filer, a sponge, which we might not be using, but it's always good to have more tools. And then in this little skull here, beautiful skull, we have all our makeup brushes we're going to be using for today. So let's get into this effect. So I'm going to go ahead and move all this stuff out of the way first, just like so. So now we have it open. Wow. And we're going to go ahead and size the nail. So we have all the sizes here. I'm going to be doing it on this finger, number 1. So we're just going to size it like you probably can tell. Just like any other acrylics, you want to size it all the way down to your nail, and you want to make sure the sides are good as well. Just like so. And so this one seems a little too big, but we're going to go ahead and try another one just to see. Let's see here. Let's try this one. This one feels a lot better. So we're going to use this one today. So as you can see, we have the fingernail now sized down to my actual nail. So we're going to use this one today. And yes, I just keep containers of acrylics in my house for some reason. I don't know. So we have the nail here. Before we even get to using this nail, which you're probably like, what? Yeah, before we get to this nail, which also it might be really helpful if you paint your nails beforehand, if you do, so that way blends in good. But we're gonna make it look realistic and look like your nail just got busted and it's being pulled off. So we're gonna go ahead and grab scar wax. Now this is my favorite thing, kind of, and this is the best thing to cover your actual nail. Now you're probably like, what do you mean you're gonna cover your whole finger and your nail? We're gonna be covering it with scar wax, so that way we make our real nail go away. So it might get under your nails. Don't be scared by that. It's okay. So we're just gonna start putting it on top of my finger like that. It's looking weird, I know, but we're just gonna go ahead and start bringing it down and start blending this out. Now honestly, on your finger it's easier to blend scar wax out for some reason. It's just way easier in my opinion. So we're just going to go ahead and take all the clumps and blend it out just like so. And you just want to blend it out to the point, and you might have to take some of the excess off, but you want to blend it out to the point where it's the shape of your actual finger. So I'm going to take some of the makeup wipe, because the makeup wipe actually works really well to blend this out. And we're just going to blend it on out just like so. I'm just going to take the makeup wipe, which you're probably wondering, oh, why are you taking the makeup wipe? Because makeup wipe honestly just works so good in my opinion, and when you don't have Vaseline with you, it works really well. So we're just going to finish blending this on out. And like I said, you want to kind of get it to that thin layer so your finger is covered. So it looks like it's just literally skin. And until it looks good and doesn't look too insane, it should look like that. Pretty much covered. And it's as blended out as we'll be able to get it. So once it looks like this and it looks weird and your finger's covered, next thing we're going to do is what the heck am I saying? We're going to get the nail, and we are going to make the size of it on my nail. I'll just show you guys, because it just makes more sense if I just show you guys. So we're just going to go ahead and place it where we think the nail would be, and we're just going to push it into the mold. Is my acrylic straight? I can't tell. So once it looks like that, then we're going to lift it up, and now we have a little outline of where the nail will be, and we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of that out, which honestly, let's see here. Yeah, so we can just use the nail and we can just scoop it on out. Just like that. Just like that. And now it's just a little bit wonky, so we're just going to go back in with the makeup wipe that I like to use to blend this out and round the edges, and so it doesn't look so crazy. I'm going to turn it away real quick like that. And now we have more of an outline. I'm going to take a little bit more off just so I feel better about myself, because yeah. And you essentially want to uncover your actual nail so that way you can sort of see it just like that. And we're going to kind of just blend this out on the edges real quick, and just like that we have the base. That's the base of it. I don't have my scalpels, which make me so mad, but you know, we're getting back into the rhythm of season 2. Yeah, so hang in there with me, guys. So we're just going to make the edges more noticeable, and you can make it rough in the center of your nail. Like, you can pick it up a little bit, maybe like just mess it up. And this is essentially going to be, I like to call it the meat part. That sounds weird, but the meat part, like under your nail. So it's all the bloody tissue, like, I don't know, bloody stuff. So we're just going to mess this up a little bit. And yeah, so it's real bumpy, it's real crazy, but that's the best part about it. So once we have it like this, next thing you're going to do is put some powder on it. Wow, I'm gonna put some powder on it. So this is just going to set it in place so it's not shiny and it's not too noticeable. And you don't need that much setting powder, just enough to take away the shine, just like so. And then I'm going to just a teeny bit more, put underneath so it doesn't get caught. And just like that. Just like that. Looks pretty good. And so, now that you did that, it just takes away the shine, like I said, and it sets it in place, so it will have a harder time of moving. And the scar wax is in place now. So, the next thing you're going to do is grab your body paint. Yay. So again, my favorite body paint palette. You can always use eyeshadow palette. You can use whatever you have near you. Eyeshadow palette, like body paint, alcohol activated paint, you can use that too. Doesn't really matter. So but we're going to be using this today, and what we're going to try to highlight more of is the edges going underneath the skin. That is what we're going to be highlighting more of. So we're going to grab this brush and we're going to go into the blue and into the red. We're going to kind of mix them up together, and we're going to start putting it underneath the nail. So we're just going to kind of outline under the nail, or under the cuticles. Aha, because I didn't take care of my cuticles. Yeah. Do you guys like going to the nail salon? I don't. I really don't. I really don't like going to the nail salon. It really bothers me. Because when you're doing makeup all the time, it's hard to keep nails looking really good. So, let me know if you guys like going to the nail salon, getting your nails done, because it's hard for me to commit, and all the money, but they do amazing work. But anyways, yeah, so we're just going to continue just going all the way under the cuticle. And you can even take your brush and push it in to the scar wax to make it go in more and to make the edges look more noticeable. Just like that. And that's looking pretty good to me. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit more of that red and we're going to start putting it in the center. Just like that. And you're probably like, oh, but the outside doesn't match your skin. We're getting there. We're going to make it look a little swollen, okay? Because like I said, like I always say, make your storyline. Make what you're creating make sense. So, oh, I smashed my finger in the door. It's swollen, bruised, and the nail I can easily pull off. Something like that. So make sure you always have a storyline and make sure it makes sense. So, you're not just creating a random weird thing. I don't know. So we're just going to go ahead and start bringing the coloring out on the cuticles, just like that. I'm going to start bringing it out. But I'm going to grab a little bit more of that red and that yellow to kind of start making that little, bruising effect. And we're going to start just kind of bringing it out and bringing it out like that, just doing what you got to do. And I like to just tap it on so that way it's not just a clump that's coloring one section. And bring it like that. And we're just going to continue coloring And I'm going to grab, again, more of the yellow because I want to make more of that bruising around the nail. Just like that. And then a little bit more blue. And yeah, so we're going for the full-on bruising effect of this. At least around the cuticle, because, you know, especially around the base of where your nail is, that's gonna hurt. So I want to make sure to have it colored just like that. And we're gonna go ahead and take more of this red and a little bit of this brownish color to add some more coloring, just like that. And we're just going to continue. And it's starting to get really swollen and very weird. So that's what we're going for. So that's good. So yeah, we're just going to continue making our little swollen finger. Because that's just what happens when you smash your finger. It really does. Like, it's terrible. It's a terrible incident. So yeah, I don't know. But we're just going to continue and just tapping and spreading it out. And that's really all it takes. And then you can use some of your foundation to blend it in with your skin tone. But here's a tip. You might find a foundation shade that matches like your hands, because your face is usually different than your hands. So I would get a separate foundation for your hand color, because let's just say I've learned a lot that the shade, like your foundation, it changes. And, you know, especially for your hand, that's a completely different color usually for everybody. So keep that in mind. But yeah, so I'm just going to continue just adding this on because I'm rambling and I don't even know what I'm rambling about anymore. But it's okay. It's okay. We're working through it. And you guys get to see a really cool nail pull afterwards. So it's exciting. So I'm just going to lift this up real quick just to get the bottom of it. And at the edge where the end, like underneath the nail is going to be, I'm going to add that red and blue coloring just like for inside the cuticle, and we're going to add it around the very top of my nail, of the nail bed. That's what it's called, the nail bed. That's what it is. Add it more on top, and then we'll go back into that red and tap it on underneath as well, just like this. Now if you put too much on, you could just take your finger, you can get a makeup wipe. It's totally fine. We're working through it. We're working through it together. So I'm going to clean up the center here because this blue and yellow is looking a little greenish and I don't like that. And yeah, it's looking pretty gross. Pretty gross, and yeah, looks really nice. So that's what we wanted. So I'm going to take a little bit more of this yellow and again highlight the inside of it. Now you might say like a lot of this coloring you won't really see because the nail's going to be on, but when you pull, and like the blood's going to be there, but when you pull it off, it's going to be gross. So that's the fun part. So real quick, I'm just going to go underneath my finger real quick and just kind of tap it on. Underneath, I'm not really focusing on because I want you guys just to see mainly the top of my finger. But yeah, so as we get closer and closer to the very end, yeah, just like that. Yeah, this is the best it's gonna get, especially for doing this like that. So there's the base, the swollen finger. Looks pretty gross. Yeah. Yeah, looks pretty gross. And I love it. That's the best part about it. If it looks gross like this, that's perfect. So now that we have the coloring done, you can continue adding coloring. You don't have to. It really just depends on how you see this wound looking, and how it, again, depends on what you want it to be. If you want it to be infected, add a lot of that yellow and pus looking stuff, add a bunch of it. Or if it's just happened, then you don't have to go doing all the bruising coloring. But again, we're doing a little swollen, little nail pull. So yeah, besides that, I'm going to kind of touch up the nail bed now that I remember what the name of it is, and kind of just mess it up a little bit. And we're really pretty much ready for the blood, which is my favorite part. So let's get going to the blood. Now, y'all probably like, I don't want to meet her in person because she gets really excited for blood, but I mean, look at this. This blood is just amazing, and I love this blood. Like, I have to say, for this wound, scab blood is the best blood, like fake blood to go with. Liquid blood, that's a little bit difficult unless you're putting like dripping down your nail, then sure. But I love scab blood for this because it's like a kind of like a glue to keep the nail on, but to pull the nail off. So that's what I love about it. I'm going to fix this real quick. And now we have our fake nail here. Now for our fake nail, which you could have done before or not, depending on what you want to do, we're going to add just a little bit of coloring to that. That's what I forgot. I knew I forgot something. So I'm going to take the fake nail. Might look weird because I'm trying to do this with my swollen finger, and take some of this red and brown, and we're just going to kind of just mess it up like how your nail looks. And we're just going to mess it up, make it look pretty insane, just like this. And then we're going to grab some of that blue and red and put it all on the bottom of the nail, just like that, and then blend it out a little bit more. And this is acrylic nail, and with body paint it doesn't really stick, but just to get that coloring on there is really good way of getting this to work. So yeah, so if you paint your nails and you do this, you don't really have to worry about this part, but that's just in general for this. So now we grab the clippers. What? Yeah, so I'm not going to cut my nails, but you can. Like I said, you can cut your nails, make them if you have long nails or not. But we're going to use this to pull my nails off. Yay, I'm so excited. So we're going to go ahead. It's okay, y'all. I'm going to grab it, and we are going to attach it onto my finger. Oh, wait, no, not yet. Sorry, y'all. I literally came into studio today, and my brain is just not working as usual. So it's okay, y'all. You guys get to work with me. Get the blood, and you're going to add the blood on. That's what I meant to do. It's okay, everyone. We're making our way through it. So we're going to grab some of this blood. Look at this. I love this blood so much. And we're going to add that on there. And we're going to kind of just push more of it inside, like so. And we're going to take some of this excess off, just like that. And look at that, it looks so pretty, doesn't it? I love it so much. Now who knows, maybe we'll have a little bit coming on the edge of my finger, coming down because, oh, you pulled your nail off. That's life, it happens. So yeah, so we're just going to kind of thin it out on the edges, like I said, just like that. And I think this is pretty good, you know, for pulling your nail off. How bad can it get, you know? So I'm gonna clean this off real quick. Good thing I'm editing this. And then we're going to now put the nail on. So, whoop-de-doo. That's insane. Okay, got it. Okay, we're going to put this on. So, put it on just like you would an acrylic. Press it until it is on. Now, can't really tell how straight that is, but it's on there. It's on there. Having a hard time. It's on there for sure. Just like that. So now, as you can tell, the acrylic is white. It doesn't look like my finger. So we're just going to touch it up again with some of that coloring just to make it look bruised underneath, since it does not look like my nails whatsoever. And we're covering up for that. So I'm going to take some of the red and just make it look pretty insane, especially at the end, on the edges. You know, it went through a lot. It really did. Just like that. And there we have it. My smashed, messed up looking finger. Yeah. Isn't it so pretty? I love it. So that's how you do it. So now we're going to actually do the effect of pulling the nail out. After we did all that work. Yeah, so now you get to ruin it and pull your nail out. So let's see if we can get this to look good. So take your clippers, especially these sharp looking clippers, and we're going to go ahead and we're just going to, let's see here. We're going to grab it and pull it off. And just like that. It looks grosser in real life, but that's the amazing effect of the nail. Then you can put it back on just like that, and then you can pull it back off again. It's so fun. You can do this over and over all day long, and that's the fun part of pulling your nail off, and that's how you do it. So it's super fun. It was really easy, kind of, and that's how you pull off your swollen finger nail. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. You know, I hope it grossed you out a little bit, because it did, you know, it did the first time I did this. I did this like back in 2019, so I'm finally doing it again now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and learned a lot from this episode. If you want, you can go ahead and post on Instagram, and I would love to see your guys' posts and what you guys create out of my weird content that I put on here. So I'd love to see what you guys do. And yeah, and I'll see you guys next time. Next time we will be having a guest on the show. I'm super excited to have her on, and I hope you guys are too. And I can't wait to have some fun next time. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.